So far, it's been really good in terms of our effort. Our understanding is not at a place that we'd like for it to be, but again, I think our older guys are providing some leadership for the younger guys. I really like our attitude. I really like our work ethic right now. We haven't put in all of our offense nor all of our defense, and so we still got a ways to go. But the things that we've worked on, I think there's some understanding there that will carry us into the next phase of what we do. Obviously, they'll be throwing it up, and we'll be playing before we know it. So we're at a rapid pace right now in terms of really knowing who we are because of some of the new guys and which one of those guys will actually be the guys that will be productive for us. I'd say we were on schedule considering that, but I would say that we have a long way to go, and the things that we need to get done definitely have to get done and get done quick.
You got 5 guys coming back, really big contributors from last year's team. First off, talk a little bit about Nick Murphy, who's a preseason all-conference player, a 4th-year senior. He's going to have his name all throughout our Division I record book when he gets done this year. Just talk about Nick and what he means to your program.
Well, I'll say this. I've been in coaching for some time now as an assistant and as a head coach, and there hadn't been a guy that I've loved any more than Nick Murphy. We've had some outstanding guys that have done well in a lot of different areas, on the court, off the court. But Nick Murphy, he's just a warrior. He's a guy that's into winning. He'll play both ends of the floor. He'll stick his nose in on rebounds. He is a valuable, valuable player and person in this basketball program, and we have had zero trouble with him buying into a system. Coach Plant recruited him here. He was loyal to Jacksonville State, stayed in the program. I expect really, really good things from Nick this year, simply because he is a good person that tries to work and do the right thing, and I think good things are going to happen for him.
And Bynum, another guy, a 4-year senior, and then you're Stephen Hall and Sheldman and Thurston. Talk a little about the other returnees you have coming back.
Well, Jeremy Bynum is another guy along with Nick Murphy that's been in the program longer than anybody that's in the program right now. And those 2 guys primarily will have a lot to do with the success that we have. Jeremy Bynum has worked very hard in the offseason. His body is better. He's in better conditioning. I think he understands more about how we want to play. Obviously, he's a really, really good shooter. And we want him to be able to get good looks at the basket because we think he's going to shoot a high percentage. Stephen Hall has made tremendous strides up until this point. I think he's in the best shape that he's been in. He's one of those guys that can score inside, outside. We need that on our team right now. And his leadership, he's more vocal than he's ever been. So we're very pleased. Those 3 guys will have a lot to do. And then 2 guys that, probably won't always have the light shining on them as much as those 3 guys. Dominique Shellman and Sean Thurston are guys that are system guys that will make those guys' job easier. Sean is doing a great job of running the floor and blocking shots and rebounding, and Dominique has done a really good job of running our team. And as you know, he is a guy that is capable of making plays, whether he makes them for himself or makes them for other people. So we're really pleased with our 5 returners.
All right. And lastly, Coach, you got a whole bunch of new guys, 10 newcomers on this year's team. That includes B.J. Miller, who sat out last year. Just talk about them as a group and how you expect them to mesh in with the returning guys.
Well, obviously, with that many new guys, all of them are not going to play the minutes that they would like to. Somebody's going to have to rise up. But the good thing is we've got a lot of competition there. And I think all of those guys are capable. It's a little bit early to know exactly which ones are going to show up. But, in the post area, you're talking about Nick Cook, a freshman, LaVentrus Gray, we call him Boss, as 2 guys that are very promising in giving us help in the post area. You mentioned Anthony Miller. We call him BJ, a guy that set out. He's a guy that will play some on the perimeter. We have Frankie Boer, a freshman that has had a really good preseason and has started practice well. And Bryce Jenkins, very athletic left-handed guard that I think will eventually play a lot of minutes in this program.